Welcome to episode 5 of the Cosmere Reads. How's everyone doing tonight?
Holy cow, it's been
What's up,
5
everybody?
episodes already.
I
Jeez.
know. Yeah,
Tick, tick. Time moves on.
I
Okay.
know. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're growing nicely. I mean, we got a couple of new countries that are listening to us and stuff. People from different countries. Yeah, the entire country. Well, it might be. We got Luxembourg. We have listeners, or at least a listener in Luxembourg. So,
Hey,
Very
that's
cool.
like that's like 1/10 of the population right there, right?
It's, yeah, I think the total population is like maybe 500,000. Maybe.
That's right. Who
Maybe.
knows?
So,
Who knows?
I don't know. It's not. It's a small country.
Yeah.
But what it makes up for it makes up a charm. It's a beautiful country.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Yeah. I think I've actually been to Luxembourg before. It's either that or Liechtenstein. One of the two. Like they're the two Germany small countries.
I've been to Liechtenstein. I've never been to Luxembourg. So.
I think I've been to Luxembourg, but it was when I was in high school, so I wasn't sure. Anyway, yeah. Anyways, cool times. Thank you for listening, whoever you are in Luxembourg. Thank you. We appreciate you. But yeah, lots have gone on since last week. I mean, it's been a crazy week for me. I'm a little tired. If my voice goes, it's because I've been screaming and yelling all weekend long. So my voice might seem a little. I'm not sick. I've been racing sailboats all weekend long, and it's and you scream and yell a lot when you race sailboats, especially at other boats, just because. So it's I'm sunburned a little bit here and there, and sore. But had a lot of fun. I'm still reminiscing on the delicious lumpia that Alonda brought out of my house last week.
Hey. Glad you liked it.
Oh, it was delicious. It was so good. You just get my kids to eat it. That's but yeah, it was good. Enjoyed your company.
I appreciate the hospitality.
Keep on doing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, fun times. And as far as like other things, like announcements, things going on, there's nothing. I mean, we're recording the Will Reads on Tuesday. We'll be doing this every Sunday. There's no other stuff going on that I know of. There probably is, but I just don't remember right now because my brain's fried. So I know you guys have been busy. Will couldn't join us last week because he was sick, which happens. Life happens. But somehow drove back from New York City tonight just to come visit us. So
yeah. I also had a pretty exciting weekend as well. I was taking some flaming shots of tequila last night, apparently, after the wedding. But we're here, right? We're here, nice. And we're just kind of keeping the party on. So
hey, do it.
Don't stop. Yeah.
The only thing I had this weekend was the new Spider-Man movie came out, the Across the Universe, man. So Spider-Verse, and I'm a big Miles Morales fan. In fact, I used to have a Miles Morales poster here.
Yeah.
Replaced it, but I'm a huge Miles Morales fan. So that new movie, Chef's Kiss, it's good. Yeah. It's good. Okay. Yeah. So
I've heard good things. I haven't seen it, but yeah.
Oh yeah, it really holds up. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you like the art style in the first one, this next one's like 10 times better.
Oh wow.
The art style is crazy good, so you'll appreciate that.
Okay, yeah, I'll have to check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of animation stuff I've watched recently. Well, I take that back. I have kids. All the animation stuff I've watched recently has been like Disney movies. Not quite the same thing. It's not as not the animation stuff that I like to watch. I think the last thing I watched was Arcane, the League of Legends Netflix show.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
which was good. New Guardians of the Galaxy.
I saw that. It's good. It's good.
I want to see it too. I just don't have.
Yeah, I recommend that.
So I never get until it comes on Disney Plus, and then I can sneak away and watch it.
There you go. Hey, you're on Disney Plus. Have you seen Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur?
No, I haven't yet.
I mentioned it to your kiddos.
I know.
And so you get that. It's great. I love that show. And I love the comic book. But everything about that show is like it gives you all the feels. Yeah. My boy Tariq, I forgot his last name, but he's the guy that did the music, 2020, all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
Raphael Sadiq. He does the music in the show, which is crazy. It's like, this music is too good to be in a kid's show. So highly recommend it.
What's the name of the show?
It's Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur.
Okay.
Yeah, but highly recommend it. So if you get a chance, check it out.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see Bluey in your future. Lots and lots of Bluey. Yeah, Bluey. We watch lots of Bluey. Have you heard all the weird, crazy fan theories about Bluey? I don't know.
Yes. What is this about, by the way? I'm
fan theory, I guess someone, I guess that Bluey's mom's actually dead. Like, there's a whole entire, like, it's all in his imagination, and they're playing along just because, like, I think it's his mom, but like that they're just playing along because it's like imaginary mother. Because and it's like this is whole entire like, and they go back and point to like things in different episodes that hint to it. It's like
there's these guys. I think they're called the film theorists or something like that. They did one about Bluey, and I was like, "What is going on with this whole Bluey conspiracy theory stuff?"
There's lots of it. It's out there, and it's.
I guess that's the reason why you know you're popular when people start making theories about your stuff, right? So,
yeah. My kids do watch Bluey though, so that's
everybody's kids watches Bluey. Yeah, it's just it is what it is. Yeah. Yep. Like Blue's Clues back when my kids were like young,
Blues,
you know.
Yeah. A quick shout out to Todd. I see your comment. There's definitely more to that story. Yes. But I'm not going to say it here.
Apparently, we are live and this is recorded. Therefore, I will plead the fifth. We'll not talk about all the things that happened. In addition to racing sailboats, another thing about that as well is you drink heavily the entire weekend. I'm drinking water right now because I was drinking earlier today. I had like 5 dark and stormies and 2 beers in the afternoon, and then I have dried out, and I'm just not going to go back up. I'm just hydrating after.
Yeah, I can imagine if the race is sponsored by a rum company.
Yeah, it's sponsored by Black Seal Rum. So and the rum flows.
Yeah, of course.
It
reminds me of the first time I went to the Virgin Islands. It was like I got off the plane and they handed me alcohol, and I was like, "Oh, that's a thing. Just free alcohol. You just get off the plane. You just here you go, enjoy."
Yeah, they were it's not as big as it used to be. I mean, the Black Seal Cup used to be really, really big. I mean, there's still like 120 boats this weekend racing, so it's still big, but it used to be closer to 200 boats. Yeah. And there used to be like we used to have helicopters like flying around to like around the course and stuff like that, like where they're taking like videos and pictures, and like it was like more like big time. And now it's not as many people sales they did 10 or 15 years ago. I blame the economy, but
well, I mean, but or it could be drones and you don't see
that too. Yeah, you know? But I think a lot of those companies, like, so there's a lot of these companies that do like these promotional type things. Like it was called, like, I guess Photo Boat was one of them, and they would go out and take pictures and like do aerial shots and all this cool stuff. It costs a lot of money for them to do it, but then they would try to sell it to everybody in that sales, like, so they can get cool pictures of their boat and their crew and everything like that.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know how profitable those things work, because you're doing a really high end operation, and I never bought.
It's a lot of overhead.
I never bought any of the pictures because I'm just like,
it's like, here, have this photo, only $1,000.
Yeah,
it's like when you do those marathons, or like I did a few Tough Mudders, for example, and they used to try to sell me like all these pictures, because I mean, of course, they had the bib has a QR code on it, so it would take a picture of you running around, and they would try to sell you like pictures of yourself like running on the course. I was like, I can get a picture of myself sweaty and dirty anytime. I'm not really stressed about it. So
and thank you, but no thank you. Yeah, we all have cell phone cameras on the boat, and there's plenty of pictures from the day that I have.
Yeah, so it's like,
I have pictures of me sailing for the day.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, have you heard of GoPros? Because we can do that on our own, right?
Yeah, we can do it ourselves. Yeah, exactly. So anyway, all's good. So you guys ready to jump right into chapter 11? I guess Londo got to read it again since he snuck ahead last week.
Hey. I was being cool about it, man. Come on. Okay, so the secret is I read ahead. I didn't realize I was supposed to read 2 chapters last week. I read 3.
Yeah.
So
I 2 chapters again 11. This week.
So I read chapter 11 twice now.
Did you read past chapter 12 this time?
No, I did not. No. So I kept it just to 11 and 12 this time.
Well, chapter 11's good. Yeah. So it
was great. I was happy to read it again.
We left on the cliff. Yeah, we left on the cliffhanger last time with finding out that Camon shop had been hit. Our Camon's ex shop or whatever, because he had been kicked out already. But Vin's old crew got hit, and that's all it left with in the chapter is like something happened. We gotta go check it out.
Right.
So it begins with them going and opening the door to this, lair, bunker, whatever you want to call it, the shop or the underground
hideout.
The hideout, the good word for it. And it is gruesome in there. I mean, if you read through the descriptions of like one guy has like it looks like his rib cage was ripped apart by bare hands, like it's hard when you read on paper, like it's not the same as a visual medium like a TV show, but like this is horror.
Oh yeah, and there was like blood everywhere, like everything was blood soaked, like there was nothing that was like not tainted by blood.
It's like shards of wood from the like drawers and dressers and chairs and tables. Like someone got creative with that. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. It's like
there were some explosions of some sort. So
yeah,
and it gets worse.
And Vin just keeps thinking like this can't be just one Steel Inquisitor, can it? Like, I mean, she's like guessing herself like it had to be more than one person, like because this is too much for one person to have done that. Like it's just that bad. Like, and then there's like a pile of bodies in the corner.
It's just like unnamed, like just pieces of people, just
everywhere.
It was rough.
And Kelsey's kind of nonchalant about it, and I mean, to a certain degree, I mean, he's worried. He's nonchalant about the violence of everything, but he's worried about the implications of what this means.
There it is. It's the implications. Like, what does this mean? How is it getting back to us and our plan?
And he turns to Vin for a split second empathy and asks her, "It's like but these are your friends. Like they aren't my friends." And like, cause that's kind of cold. She's like, I mean, it's what it is.
Vin was a little. She was a little. I felt like she was a little torn. Right.
Mixed emotions.
Yeah, because I feel like she kind of had not one of my notes on when I was reading this was like Stockholm syndrome thing. It's like she's been with these people for a while, so she kind of has a little bit of allegiance to them, even though they mistreated the hell out of her. So she was like, she's like, I didn't really care for them like that, but I kind of sad they're
take
dead.
Me in.
I mean, the dude that like betrayed her, by the way, she even like specifically called him out. She was like, I should be like happy he's dead, but
these people got kind of messed up. Like, kind of bad.
Crazy messed up. So.
Kind of. And this is also the scene where I guess I love this scene too, because you have Sazed who's there, and she kind of wonders why Sazed was invited, like because like they try to get her not to come, and they relented and let her come, but Sazed like asked to come, and Kel's like, "Yeah, sure, come," and he's like, "Why do you think let a terroristman come? Like this doesn't make sense."
He only invited two people. He Doxson and Sazed.
Now,
that supports my Sazed theory, right? I'm like, and again, I've had this feeling. Sazed at some point in time, he's gonna throw off his like garment, like a beast mode, like the ripples, like just muscles on muscles and muscles, and like I said last time, he's like gonna cut like stone with the freaking sword, like the pimp canes are gonna beat some stuff. There's something about this dude. I feel like be ready. I mean, I'm saying it to myself. Be ready. He's about to do some like crazy stuff at some point in time. Because I mean, of the two people he could bring, he didn't bring like the brawler or
Ham's outside. He has the Ham's outside.
Right.
They're just like making sure no one's watching them.
Yeah. So again, I stand by my prediction last time. Sazed is going to be the dude later on. He's going to step up and do some amazing things.
Yeah.
Well, it's like dips into the last chapter where they're talking about how like the Lord Ruler fears him or whatever. Like. He's got some stuff that he keeps under wraps, and he's kind of like, I'm not going to use it if I don't have to, but I got some shit going on. He's very, very confident,
right?
And the fact that Kelser like wants him there to look at this mayhem is kind of like, maybe we should have some other eyes on this, and they're all looking for clues, right? But it's also Vin's first like introduction to the brutality, I guess, that comes with the ministry.
Yeah.
It's a shit show.
But she ain't seen something like this.
Yeah. Right.
Definitely.
So her reaction is definitely like, oh, sorry.
A question here as well is like, do you think Kelsier had any inkling at all at something like this was going to happen to the crew?
No. I don't. I really don't. Because at this point in time, he is all about covering them tracks He's in now. Of course, he's going to keep it, cool, calm, and collected. But he's kind of in panic mode a little bit.
He's like,
did they find
us?
Did they find us? Did they find our connections? And then he's like, yo, I know we told, them to starve Camon, but did they find Camon?
Yeah,
you can just,
and we get to that later.
The wheels,
they're
turning, right? So
But before we get to all that, Stacey does say a little prayer, and Vin goes up and has a little quick conversation about religion again, which I thought was really interesting. And she's and he says, "What was that?" And he goes, "Well, I was saying a prayer to as quasi religion." To some of the bodies, doing a little prayer over them, and she's like, "Oh, is that your religion?" And she's like, "Oh, no, that's not. I don't really have religion." So you don't believe? It's like, "No, I believe all of them." She goes, "Doesn't that contradict?" So oh, often, but I believe in them all.
Sorry, that's wisdom. That's wisdom. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna do the guy that gift that you see all the time, the meme. He's like, I'm like, that's the way religion is supposed to work. It's like you take the best parts of the of religions and you apply it as it's necessary. And I feel like that's just like, that's the way you work that. So
I think like to Belted Prophets question though is like. Vin's seen a lot of exciting stuff like learning allomancy, right? And she's gotten really good at it. It's been very positive. She's in like a period of growth, and then this comes and it's like, oh, okay, so there's some bad with all of this good. Like we're fighting. I don't know. She has it's not really clicked. I think it's still kind of she's like absorbing it, right? But I don't know.
Yeah.
She's kind of in awe, but also kind of numb to it. It seems like, at least the way it's depicted in the book.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, well, yeah. I mean, I think
she's already been through her own stuff, though.
Yeah,
too,
she's been through so much. Yeah.
She's got her own PTSD, like I keep saying. So
yeah. Oh yeah.
And then they go to the next room over, and they find Mylev's body tied to a chair, eyes gouged out, and he's like, "Oh yeah, they tortured him. Like he did not die shortly." And this is, and they were talking about how uncommon that is. Like normally,
they don't waste time.
It's a waste of time. Like if they're just going to take out a crew, they take out a crew really fast, but to tie up someone up and torture them, they're trying to get information, which means like, and Vin's like, "Do you think they're after me?" He's like, "Oh, most definitely. Like that's 100% what they're doing here. They're trying to find you."
Right.
Because what you guys did at the finish when you went to meet with the obligators, they're onto you, and they're trying to figure out where you went. They're looking for you, which is, and she has a little moment where she's a little afraid. Will she still go through with pretending to be a noble? And they're like, "Oh yeah, sure, go ahead." But it's definitely piques even more suspicion and nervousness about the fact that was there. And then also Vin uses her 10 ears here and stays and notices she's doing it, which I think was hilarious.
Yeah, the fact that he can pick up on it though too. Again, I keep coming back to my man says it, man. He knows this guy. He's like sight, sight, all that kind of stuff.
He knows.
Yeah. But the thing is, it's crazy though. She was like, "I want to hear," and so she's like, "Let me burn this 10." She starts smelling the blood too much, and then it's like the light that's in the room starts kind of blinding her a bit. And it's like you gotta remember, it heightens everything.
I could just see like Stacey looking at her and then she just goes like this.
Yeah,
face or whatever. Oh god! And like he's like, I know what you just did.
So she's probably like, and he noticed, and it's like he probably looked over, and she was like.
But at the same time, like,
at the same time, like,
yeah. So she thinks in her head, like, oh, he must know more about allomancy than I thought he might have. But that's and he hears them talk about, hey, where's Camon? I checked in him a couple days ago. He's at this alleyway. They fall through. He's a beggar.
Yeah, because he had my boy spying on him. Clubs was it Clubs that was spying on him?
Clubs on him. Yeah, and they even talk about, should we move the shop? Like, is it safe now? I mean, should we move away from club to shop? And like, no, we did a pretty good job disguising ourselves. And if anybody were to ask around, they wouldn't be able to identify us. Like, we do a pretty good job covering our tracks. I think we're still good. Do you think that's overconfidence?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, it was no question in my mind. I was like, look, you already look. They saw the Steel Inquisitors before.
Mm-hmm.
Steel Inquisitors turned around, saw them. I mean, even if we're just for a moment. In that moment, I would assume I've already been compromised. I would like be hopping around like grasshoppers, moving from spot to spot. I would not be taking any chances. And then, when they talk about, the Steel Inquisitors, they're like, there's only like 20 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, wait. There's only 20 of these dudes. Now, each one can take out, I think they said
1,000 men.
1,000 men in previous chapters. There's only 20 of them. And I'm like, there's a reason why you should be really, really scared of these dude. This is some Matrix level like agent, like run away. It's like, if you see an agent, run. It's like this Steel Inquisitor.
Run.
If he recognizes you, change countries. Don't stay in the same house and be like, oh, we're all right. No,
we good. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And so Kelsier goes with Doxson to go try to find Camon and leaves Vin with stays behind. Of course, Vin does not stay behind. And Kelsier
when has she ever stayed behind? She's like always sneaky peeking. So
I know because it's trust. I mean, that's part of it, and I think she's curious as well too. Like she overheard that's what she's going to try to do. So she's curious and figure out what's happening. Mm-hmm. And it goes to Kelsier's point of view for a little bit. He goes out and it goes to where all the beggars are and how, and I guess it's still Vince's point of view watching Kelsier from a distance because he says Kelsier gives the beggar some money and he says, "Oh, that's drawing attention to yourself because no one ever pays, these beggars,
Yeah, he's throwing coin around.
It talks even like how like this is like the lowest of the low, like how the Lord Ruler doesn't really let people beg unless they're really, really hard, like just deformed or they but then there's like they're not even on the main square like the nice fountain is and everything like that. They're like on the off, like they can't even. These are like the lowest of the low beggars, like where like it's bad. And he goes into this alley, this group, and he looks around, doesn't see him. He says, "Well, he was here, I don't see him amongst his people. No one recognized." And then they come around to the alleyway and find him there. But right as they find him, Kelsier hears Vin, turns around immediately, throws coins at shoots coins. And Finn blocks it.
Funny enough, though, he knew that was the way to go because there's no beggars around there. It was like nobody. They were like some ish went down right here. We're not hanging around.
Exactly.
So he gets around there. It's like all crickets chirping, quiet. So,
right. Yeah. Exactly. Throws some coins. Vin blocks. And he's like, "Why are you following me?" And then he scolds Vin, and Vin immediately starts to soothe Kelsier, and Kelsier notices it like subtle. Very good, like giving her props, even though like it's like because she immediately goes into that, and that's what she's always done. She's always been, beat up on and stuff like that, and that was always her thing to do was to use her luck.
And that's the thing, she did it subconsciously, just like you just said. It's like her instinct. That's just what she does to get out of situations. It's not she's like trying to do that. It's just her go-to.
Yeah, me and Todd were talking about this. Like it's like instinctual because she's been through so much shit already. But now that she like knows she has, the power of allomancy, I imagine that could go in a really strong direction. Like once she realizes how to like take advantage of what she already has and combine that with like what she knows now, it's probably be pretty dangerous there. But yeah, that moment, Kelsier's like, "Oh shit! Okay, yep, she's got some shit going on. She's doing good."
Yeah, I feel like she learned something from Breeze on that one because he talked about the whole idea of like a push, versus a soothing kind of thing. There's a difference between coercing somebody and like kind of like forcing somebody, and that's that. I feel like he kind of helped her understand that whole thing about just kind of ease somebody into something they're already kind of want to do versus trying to push somebody, like force them from like one end of the spectrum to the other end of the spectrum and say, "Okay, well, you're against this thing, and I want you to be for the thing." It's like, no, it's just too abrupt. And so I think that she's just gotten really good at that too, which I think that's going to come back often because obviously Kelsier has he's got the same capability, and he knows that she's able to use it in a much more subtle and effective way than even he is
right.
able
Yeah.
to. So yeah.
And you also get a scene of what actually happened to Camon's body, which is another straight out of a horror movie.
That's some Stephen King all day long. Lord have mercy. I was like,
hook down the throat, out the
Ugh.
down the mouth, out the throat, like hanging from your
yeah.
and then legs and hands were bind, and then
Yeah, don't call
obviously
him Cam,
signs.
call him Salmon, because that's the way that Joker got caught up.
And Vin, like, they didn't spend a lot of time talking about Vin's reaction. She was like,
Yeah,
I think he deserved that.
Yeah.
Like, I think I'm okay with that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But
she was a lot less upset about that than she was even about the guy that betrayed her.
Yeah.
Like she was like, kind of deserved it. I mean, he didn't beat the hell out of me, so whatever.
Yeah.
Fish hooks out the throats. I'm good with that. All right.
Obviously, was tortured
Camon,
as
more
well.
like salmon.
Yeah.
There you go. That's how he goes down now in life. Just Camon like salmon.
There you go. And he was obviously tortured as well, which is more unsettling.
And tortured right there.
Yeah, and they mentioned that too. Yeah, that
in the square, like right there in that area,
in front of everyone.
In front of everybody. So
yeah, can you imagine being a beggar there? And like, I guess they probably would have left and not watched it happen, but just but you'd hear the screams and
if I was there, I'd be like, not my table, and I'm walking out. I slide surreptitiously out the side door. I'm just like, nope.
Yeah, it's like one of those things. Like, you talk about, like, if you see this kind of stuff in public, you talk about the people that will always go try to help. But then in this world, we don't have Steel Inquisitors where, like, there's nothing you can do by yourself.
Two nails through his eyes. That's just not, you know what's about to go down. I mean, that's a Jay-Z song. You just like, nope, nah.
I'm out.
Good lucks. You just dip. You Bojangle out the side door. Run.
What was your thoughts, Will?
It like glitched out for a second, so I was getting caught up, but I was gonna say, or do we have Steel Inquisitors in this world and we just don't know about it?
Hey,
I don't know. I hope not. I fucking hope not. That's all I can say.
That deep conspiracy theory, I love it.
Yeah, right. I almost didn't say that, but yeah.
Scadrial comes to Earth. Yeah, that's the name of this planet, Scadrial. I did tell you that in the beginning.
Oh,
but
really?
Yeah, Scadrial.
Okay.
It's kind of like Ska Stank.
Ska Stank,
Ska
Scadrial.
Stank.
Yeah, I don't know. People got fucked up. They're on the tracks. They're on their tracks now. So it's like eye-opening. Like, if it were me, I'd be reconsidering the whole plan. I'd be like, all right, we gotta relocate.
Thank you, because I feel like you're still being a little cavalier right now.
They're like, let's just focus on the plan, stick to the plan, we'll be good. It's like, no.
Again, like I said, if it was me, I'm changing countries.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, we're out of this land. Let's go somewhere else. Because they're like eviscerating dudes like crazily.
Because Vin was like, do they have my scent or whatever? I forget what she says. And at that point I was like, yes, and you should probably cover yourself up in some sort of stank and like change your hair, everything.
Yeah,
like, they're after you. Like, this is a problem.
But he's like, let's just keep on the plan.
We're just.
But we also
nobility.
We also learned this form of execution is reserved only for allomancers, which is interesting. That the fact that Camon was an allomancer, but also interesting in the reality that this is now a possibility. If you get caught, this could happen to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's either you are an allomancer or you could give up or say something that was really I can't remember the exact thing that they said. It was like objectionable or something. So it's like one of the two things, which of course that the second thing is what he fell into.
Right.
And they were like, oh, but you were using this allomancy power,
right?
Even if you didn't provide it to do things, and we're like, we got to
which means that he knew that Vin was a misting, or at least a misting, maybe not Mistborn, but at least
right, misting. Yeah. We have to assume it's misting at that point in time because he didn't know.
And Mistborn are so rare; it's unheard of. Like, I mean, there's literally been 2 Ska Mistborn in history, which are Kelsier and Vin.
So that comes back to my question that I had when I was reading this chapter: is a Mistborn more rare than a steel Inquisitor?
So not amongst the nobility. So there's Mistborn amongst the nobility because they keep the bloodlines pure.
So, but
amongst the Ska,
there's only 20 Steel Inquisitors. I'm like,
right. But yeah, so I mean, most of the major houses have Mistborns. I think because the bloodlines are pure and the nobility. But amongst Ska, it's next to nothing. Like,
but a Steel Inquisitor, I mean, couldn't theoretically, and this is the part where I'm trying to get my head wrapped around. Doesn't that mean that any Mistborn could theoretically be a Steel Inquisitor? Or am I missing something here?
Raphael?
Oh, okay. I'm fine with that as an answer.
I am not okay with answering that question. But
I am okay with that answer.
Maybe.
No. That Raphael is fine. That is always an acceptable answer to me. So, because if I'm getting ahead, that's cool. But I just couldn't get my head wrapped around the idea of the ratios there. I was like, the ratios don't quite work out to me. But got it. Raphael's good.
What's the difference between Kelsey or Vin versus like a noble Mistborn?
I mean, besides the fact they're Ska, so I mean,
because they're not tied into a
right. So
family.
Like the noble families were given the power of elemency by the Lord Ruler when he took thousands of years ago. So by keeping the bloodlines pure, they've been able to pass generationally and genetically their elementic powers on. So it's a lot more common. The only time a Ska ever even becomes a misting is one of their parents was a noble, like basically their mom was a prostitute and they messed up. And that's one. So the fact that there's so little mistings amongst the Ska, and then the fact that there even be the Mistborns are rare even amongst the nobility. Mistings are common, but Mistborns are even rare then. I think it's something like 1 in 1,000 mistings are Mistborn. Okay, there you go.
And that sounds right. Yes.
So the fact of the matter is, not every time that a nobleman has a child with a Ska person, it's going to create a misting, because that doesn't even happen amongst nobility 100% of the time. So like it's the rare of the rare of the rare, if that makes sense. Like you're diluting bloodlines, and it's even rare amongst nobles. So like it's rare.
So that's why like the ministry allows like the noble families to like keep their power and keep them happy, because they know they also can they have their own power. But they don't want like these Ska influenced Mistborns.
If Ska are found to be Mistings or Mistborns, they try to kill them. That's what that's what the Steel Inquisitor's main job is to try to find Ska Mistings and go kill them. And then they'll also try to kill the noble parents that fucked up and didn't.
Which is why Lord blah 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 and the
killed girls that he would sleep with, because he didn't want to be caught by the obligators and then turned over to the Steel Inquisitor.
His joke was like he was slaying his baby mamas.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
cool.
Kind of a really messed up society. It boils down to
it is very Lord have mercy, is messed up.
This is a very dystopian and very messed up society, but it's so that's how we end this chapter. Was with the finding out that Camon knew that she was a misting. This is not good, because now probably from torture they could confirm about Vin. Probably they might even got a name, because Vin hasn't changed her name. I mean, she used her name with the crew too, so they got all that. So not necessarily good turn of events for Kelsier and crew.
Yeah,
it's amazing that chapter was like 7 pages long, but
very short chapter. But man, it was like all the stuff.
Big
shift, action packed.
Yeah, big shift.
And I do want, before we move on to chapter 12, I do want to kind of go back to, I know we've been kind of breezing over, we talked about it a few times and checked on these, but the little, I guess, what do you call it? The epigraphs at the beginning of each chapter, they have the little, the backstory of what's going on with Rashik and the, I guess the Lord, it's, you can assume this is from the Lord Ruler's point of view from thousands of years ago and him making his travels and things like that, and the Terracemen. And his servant is the Terraceman. I guess Rashik is the servant.
Oh, so I was right then.
Yeah, Rashik.
Yeah,
Rashik's the servant, the Terraceman. Okay, servant. Yeah, because it says this chapter, and they're,
it wasn't explicitly explained to me. I mean, so yeah, but I that was my theory last week. I was like, I think that this is like the Lord Ruler's, like, right hand man.
The Rashik.
Yeah, I think Rashik was.
So okay, because it's not, again, as a first time reader, it's not explicit to me, but I was like, I was like, this is definitely somebody that's like his right hand man who's like, documenting what's going on, the whole deal. So
at this point, I'm reading those things and I'm not looking too deep because I'm like, they're so vague to me. I'm like, no clue.
So
maybe take a mental note for later, but
if you go back and just read them, like not read the chapter, just read those, it's its own story in itself. It's just
that's
really cool.
The thing. That's the only reason why I knew it, Will, is because I went back last week and read them all again.
Yeah,
and it kind of comes together, kind of as a story.
And it makes a lot more sense because, I mean, hell, in the first one, to like mention like stuff that's like, I have no idea what this means, and then you like get to like chapter 6 or 7, you're like, oh, I start to understand what these words mean. And you go back to the beginning, and you're like, oh, okay, all this stuff is starting to make a little bit more sense. So now I've gotten in the habit, because they're short, I have gotten in the habit of going back and listening to those because they're always at the end of the in the audiobook, they're at the end of the chapter, and so I can listen to them like pretty quickly.
I'll do that. All I know is like most of them, I get a sense of I don't want to say anger, but like people are trying to piece together like an uprising, right? There's frustration somewhere in these little blurbs, and they're like,
because he's talking about unifying the empire, and that there's that how can one man do this, and there's a lot of philosophical stuff going on in it too. It's a man's thoughts.
I like it.
Yeah. You guys ready for chapter 12, the grand ball?
Again, and I'm gonna keep making these allegories between this and Harry Potter, but I felt like some Harry Potter vibes on this. It's like when they went to the Yule Ball, it's like, oh, the Yule Ball, let's be all fancy and da da da. So
Kelsier like casually. Am I going too far? Drops in on the top of the carriage.
Go ahead.
There. It's like, hey guys, just want to check in on your way there, make sure everything's cool.
I mean, so it's pretty much right in the beginning. I mean, in the very beginning, Vin just is heading with the carriage with Sazed to keep Venture, which, if you remember, that's the same place that Kelsier just robbed. Like a couple pages ago.
Yeah.
And this is a few months later, obviously, because we had that time jump between part 1 and part 2. So it's a few months after this, but it's the same place that Kelsier robbed. And Sazed's in the carriage, and they're going to there for a ball. It's gonna be Valette Renew, Vin's spin name or stage name, her grand debut, and they're kind of going through like what the plan is as they're riding. And Kelsier drops in to kind of give some advice and talk about it. And Vin's really nervous, like super nervous about this, because she doesn't think she's ready. And she's like, what if the Lord Ruler's there? And he's like, oh, nah, this is way beneath him. Like he wouldn't be there. It's like, how do you know? It's like, well, I mean, I've met him before. And like, he's like, can he read people's thoughts? He goes, didn't read mine.
And that's where we find out that Kelsier, he was trying to imitate royalty, the upper echelons. And then he got found out.
Right.
And that's how he got caught. And I was like, aha.
Yeah. And when he was doing that, he wasn't a Mistborn yet. He became a Mistborn when he was in the pits.
Right. That's right. Yeah. So anyway, I found that interesting because it's like he was like trying to like walk amongst the aristocracy, and then got found out.
Got caught.
Yeah.
But he had he said several times he had met the Lord Ruler. So I mean, he's met him before. And Vin's like, I never thought I would ever have a chance to ever meet him, nor did I ever want to. But And now I'm just nervous about all this. I mean, she's just super nervous, and Say's is kind of reassuring her, like, "Oh, you'll be fine. You'll do fine." So anything from all that lead up?
I gotta say, from a personal standpoint, I suffer from terrible anxiety. So like when I walk into a situation, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna like do something stupid or make a fool of myself and blah 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 blah. And the way that Sanderson wrote this was perfect for somebody that suffers from anxiety. This is exactly how somebody that suffers from anxiety works.
Yeah.
It's like you walk into a situation and you think to yourself, it's like, somebody's gonna find me out, somebody's gonna think I'm a fraud, somebody's gonna think the worst of me, blah blah
Everybody's
blah
gonna
blah.
be looking at me.
They're gonna be looking at me, they're gonna focus on me. He's like, and she walks in and like, oh, the lady's focused on my dress and my jewelry and my hair. The guys like looked at me and looked at my makeup and some other nonsense. And she's like, they didn't give a crap about me as a person at all.
Like, I'm hiding in plain sight. They didn't even look at me.
I'm saying, is anybody that has ever dealt with anxiety in your entire life, and you know what this situation is like, and it was like, it resonated so much with me, and I appreciated that Brandon, he captured it so well. And then of course, as a woman who is coming from like the dirge of society and like, you know, trying to imitate the aristocracy, I was like, yeah, that's what would happen. Again, I give him all the credit for his writing on that. So
yeah. It's like imposter syndrome. Another syndrome.
Absolutely.
It's like, am I supposed to be here? I'm not supposed to be here. I don't know what I'm doing. Then you get there and you're like, I don't think anybody knows what they're doing. So here we are.
There's a lot of things in life like that. I mean, like, if any parents out there will know that it feels like an imposter syndrome when you have your first kid, because no matter how much you read about it, you have no idea what you're doing. And they don't tell you, and no one tells you anything. Like, I kept
thinking, I was like, oh, there's a manual out here. It's going to help me raise my kid. Nope, nothing like that. You just got to wing it. I'm like,
we don't have kids. We got married in November, and so like, you know, kids is a hot topic. And my wife's always like, nobody knows what they're doing.
No.
But what we have is people around us who've done it before, and they'll tell you the same fucking thing. Nobody knows what they're doing. You figure it out, right?
Yep.
I just remember getting discharged from the hospital with my first child, and it's like, 3 days or whatever in the hospital. It's like, every time to go, I was like, wait, is there a man? Like, what do I do? It's like, it's yours. It's your problem. Like, not ours. Like, keep it alive.
Figure it out.
They put the wife in a wheelchair with the baby, and you're like,
have a nice day.
I didn't get any paperwork. I think you forgot the paperwork. You're like, bye.
Do I have to sign for this?
How do I do this thing? Like, yeah, it's yours now. It's not ours.
I think I might have missed a training seminar. If you could just tell me what floor that's on, I want to go attend the seminar.
So very similar to this situation.
Good luck, and hope you could get your car seat strapped into your Audi.
Well, so to that point, like, it's like there's no better way around it than through it, right? It's like, if you want to do it, do it. And she's committed, because she tried to back out, and she was like, "No, like, I'm here. I'm signed up for this. We're gonna do it." So she committed. She walked in there, and
going back to the whole idea of anxiety and dealing with mental issues, that's how you deal with it. It's like, you just at some point in time have to, as hard as it is, push through it, which she did. And again, all the kudos to her. I give her all the kudos every time for everything she pushes through. And this is another situation. Yeah, it's just a ball. Yeah, there are stakes involved, but she just pushed through it, and she realized it's not that serious.
Dude,
at the same time, I do have to give some crap to Kelsey and Sayzid for kind of setting her up a little bit and not.
They did, yes, they did.
She gets there, Sayzid's like, "All right, now I'm gonna leave." And it's like, "Wait, you're not gonna stay with me?" It's like, "No, we go to the servants' ball. You're on your own." Like,
right. Oh, by the way, you meant to dance. We didn't teach dancing. Oh yeah, well, just refuse them.
Yeah.
But I feel like in certain situations, in certain parts of life, like, there's people like Sayzid that, 20 years ago, Sayzid could have had crippling anxiety as well. Mm-hmm. But and I say this from someone, I also had some anxiety challenges. I still do, right? But I also have pushed through certain things. So I understand that's a great way to just beat that shit in the head. So Sazed maybe is like, you'll be fine. I was the same way when I was in your shoes 20 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So he's still being like that guiding. Like, he's still there for her if shit really hits the fan, right? So
he was very specific. He was like, I'm going to leave for an hour. I'm not leaving you. You know, just something that's a PTSD trigger, I'm sure. The idea of I'm just going, and then you don't know what, when the return is going to happen. He was very specific. He's like, I'm going to be gone for an hour. We don't know what he did for that hour specifically. He went out to go find some other things, interact with some other people, but that at least gave her the comfort of he's not leaving me. He's just temporarily going to attend to other things and then come back.
Right. So
that made her feel comfortable doing whatever she had to do. So
yeah. And during the dinner, Vin then sees someone she recognizes, and she's kind of taken back by surprise because she didn't expect to see her dad there.
I thought a lot more was gonna come of that. I was like waiting for oh no, you got and the whole deal, but no.
I thought that was like the big climax, and that was the whole problem. And I was like, oh, where this is going?
Yeah.
And then it was like
nothing better.
Nope.
Yeah. He's never met her. She's never met him. She's got pointed. Her brother pointed him out one time. That's the only reason he knows who he is. But yeah. And she was young, and she had seen him once before, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, that's my dad." Okay, cool.
But that's interesting to think deeper. Like, okay, so her dad hangs out at these, balls, right? So does she come from nobility? Like, I guess.
Well, her dad
was. Had so many questions. I'm not. Yeah. I figure I'm not going to ask too many questions because nobody's going to answer them anyway.
Probably.
Wanda, we could just text. You know,
just me and you.
We don't know. Yeah. We don't know.
Me and you, Will. Me and you, man. We're team ride or die. Everyone's against us, right?
Exactly.
We'll figure it out eventually.
That's right.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, she recognized her father. A couple of young noblemen come over to ask her for a dance, and she declines them. And at some point, she decides to take a break, and she wants to get a better view of the room, just because she's interested in like all the artwork and the panels and the glass, the windows, and notices there's balconies that overlook the hall, and she thinks it'll be really cool to get a good vantage point there.
Right.
So she sneaks away to go up to not like sneaking. That's probably the word because it's not like she can't do this. It's just. Right. She pardons herself from the dinner to go up and get a better view, which is something that maybe someone new to court would do. So probably not a bad move on her part, and gets up there, and all of a sudden here, you're kind of in my spot.
Just going back for a second, like I relate to that a lot because, like, if I go to some event like that, I tend to no one's at the table anymore. I'm like, well, I got my drink, but I'm bored. Looking around, see a cool vantage point. I'm like, yeah, I think I should go explore that. Like, depending on how many drinks I've had, like, I'll go check it out. So I was like, yeah, maybe like she's like me and she's got a little ADD going on. Like, yeah, let's go over there.
Let's go check that
out. So,
yeah. And she's admiring all like this, the intricate artwork that's on the floor and how the ballroom's laid out and everything like that. And that's when we meet a new character, a good old Ellen. Who
just casually up here hanging out reading. He's got a big book in his jacket.
He's just reading his book, and he's like, yeah, this is my spot. It's like, well, I can move. He's like, no, it's fine, you can stay here too, just the lighting's really good. Just like, the lighting is good for reading. Like, he's right. Like, at first I think she thinks he's trying to hit on her, and she's like, he's not asking me to dance. And like, it's like she's going through her head like, what's this guy's motive? Like, what is he trying to do? It's like, oh, he's just really trying to read.
Okay. This is actually his spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's friend zone dude all day long. As far as I was concerned, he was like nerd friend zoned guy or something, and I was like, there'll end up being something going on between those two eventually. So
I was thinking like he's like too cool for school. Like, yeah, I know what's going on here.
Yeah, that's a good call. Like, yes,
I'm just gonna come up here and read because I go to these parties all the time. I'm bored. I don't know.
But she asked him about like the Venture family, and he was like, "Yeah, they're not that great at people."
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
He's like, they do know how to throw a party, but they're a little.
They're mean to their Scott, and I just don't understand why. And she's like taking it back, like a noble would say that. That's like, oh wow, you have a heart. Like, this is not nobly of you. Like every nobleman I've ever met is kind of like a shitbag.
So
like,
I'm gonna say this. I really felt like he was the reverse of the manic pixie dream girl trope.
Yeah.
Except for he was just male. I was like, he's the manic pixie dream boy.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to put it like that.
Wait,
trope,
what is manic? Hold on.
He's like, I'm not like, what?
It's whenever his head that trope.
What is manic pixie? Yeah, hold on.
Oh, okay. So the manic pixie dream girl was like, so back in like the early 2000s, late 90s, they always have this girl, and she was like, I'm not like all the other girls. I'm kind of off and do my own thing, and I wear like eccentric clothing and whatever.
Okay.
You know, Zoe Deschanel, she was like always cast as like a manic pixie dream girl.
Yeah.
And there's so many references, and there's whole articles that were written about that for like decades. So I felt like this is the male equivalent of that.
Yeah.
He's like the aristocracy dude. There's like, I'm not like all the aristocracy guys. I'm actually knowledge. I read books, and I don't like the way they mistreat their peoples. You know, that kind of dude.
I'm even better than those people.
Yes, see, and there you go.
Yeah.
But again, that was a trope that like occurred in like a bunch of movies. So when I read that, I was like, "Yep, this is the male equivalent of that."
Yeah. Yeah, and they had that little jarring, little jabs back and forth.
It was good back and forth though. It was intelligent. It was a little witty. It was back and forth. A little repartee.
I think he liked
whatever. I can't remember the name. Word.
Reptar bar. I think he liked having somebody give him shit back.
Yes,
I bet most of the women he interacts with.
Yeah,
don't do that, and they're very
right.
Later we find out who he actually is. They wouldn't because he's.
Well, she didn't know that, but you find out later.
Right. They find out later because after that whole entire scene, that's when he's like, your terrorist man's looking for you. And she's like, oh, and she rushes away. And as she looks, she thinks she catches him, casually looking over his book and doing a little take, a little look. She walks away.
Like, look-see.
Yeah. Maybe he was interested. And, and says he wants a full report. So they leave and they get the full report on what's going on, and she's like, yeah, I did what you told me. I try to stay, out of sight for the most part, not try to cause any waves, just not trying to make a scene or anything like that. And I went up the balcony, talked to a really nice guy that was reading up there, and it's like, okay, who are you talking to? He's like, his name was like Ellen. And she's like, oh, no, we're trying to keep you out of the spotlight. Like, you talk to Ellen Venture, and like wait, like Venture keep Ellen? Like, yeah, like heir Ellen Venture. Like, he's going to run this entire household one day. Like, you're way beneath his station. Like, your station is way beneath his. Like, you should not be even. Like, you're going to cause so many waves amongst the nobles because people probably would have noticed that she.
I mean,
100%. In those kind of settings,
there's like 1,000 eyes on him, regardless of whether or not he wants to be like up in the rafters, whatever.
Yeah,
everybody's watching him.
People know
the fact
that's
that
where
she
he
was
hangs
near.
out.
Yeah.
Going back, by the way, I like the fact that Sazed makes sure that he had to be dismissed from her presence when he went away, because he just stood there and she's like, oh yeah, you're dismissed or whatever. He tries to make sure he keeps her on her toes about everything, because she never knows when she's being observed.
Right.
And so he could have just walked away and maybe nobody heard that, but he was like, you gotta always pay attention to who might be watching you.
Yeah.
So I'm bringing that back to this situation where she was up on the rafters and he was like, you don't know who was watching you up there with your boy.
Yeah. So, this might cause problems.
Yeah.
So where do you think this is going to go with Elland? Do you have any predictions as far as? I mean, this is just a new character. He's kind of like I said, the manic pixie boy.
Yeah, Manic Pixie Dream Boy definitely. I think that he is going to be I feel like he is going to come on board with the rebellion that they're trying to put together, and I think he's going to become the replacement for then for being their tie-in.
Okay.
Year.
With the
how do you think Kelsier would feel about that though?
Oh, he's not going to be on board with it.
Yeah.
No way. No way.
No.
She's going to keep vouching for him. Kelsier's going to keep saying, nah. He's not our boy. He's not our boy. I stole from his people, and that whole deal. And that again, this is Scott Stank Fresh talking. Nobody else. I'm just saying, I feel like that's where that's going, is that he's going to be critically important. He's going to do a whole bunch for this rebellion, but it's going to take some time for the rest of the group to get on board with him actually coming on board.
I like wholeheartedly agree. And to like build off of that, he said they know how to throw a good party. And I don't know, maybe I know this from personal experience, but I feel like people who like to party aren't necessarily big on like controlling bodies, like the ministry, for example. So yeah, I think he's gonna somehow, well, not somehow, he's gonna pair up with Ven. They're gonna have some sort of, whether it's romantic or professional or both at some point. And it's gonna be a very like strategic alliance.
Yeah.
Okay.
And maybe like the pressure from Ven having the ear to the ground in the nobility houses is going to shift, and they're going to have to rely more on like that, which that's going to be a big like shift in dynamics. So I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, I agree. I agree for sure.
Made perfect sense.
Yeah, definitely. Well, awesome. And that's how we end, with them leaving and Sazed shocked.
Yeah. He got bulbous eyes. He's like, what?
Yeah, Sazed walked out there going, okay, well, that's how that went. So we've got some debrief to do.
Yeah, you got some splaining.
Kelsier just could have wanted to know about this.
Yeah. Now, are they going to tell Kelsier? That's another good question. Yeah.
Oh, definitely. He's going to tell Kelsier. Yeah. That's without question. I mean, in my mind, he's like, I feel like that bond is crazy deep. We don't know why.
Yeah.
But I feel like that bond between Kelsier and Sazed is crazy deep.
Sure.
I mean, so much so that he's like trying to recommend religions for him and all that kind of stuff. I was like, I mean,
they're boys.
Look, Alan, if I came to you and was like, hey, have I talked to you about the Church of Jesus? You'd be like, what? I mean, we're cool, but I mean, that's a conversation you only hold for your tightest boy. I'm saying that
when you said that, I just reminded me of the pictures, like the videos, like of the deer running away. Like, don't run away from the Lord.
I mean, I was just saying, it's like that's pretty serious stuff. And I feel like the fact that Kelsier wasn't like, yo, shut that noise. He was like, okay, I understand that religion, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, so these guys have like a crazy tight relationship. They're not hiding things from each other.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. They've probably seen some shit together.
Oh, yes.
I'm sure.
I'm waiting to see what they did together. Again, Sazed's probably got stories on stories on stories. I don't want to know, but I would not be surprised if there's a book somewhere that just like is called like The Rise of Sazed. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean,
that'd be a good book.
The Rise of Sazed.
Yeah. I feel like there's something out there. It's coming. Might be like a play. I don't know.
There you go.
Whatever. Might be some fan fiction. Who knows?
Holidays.
But something's out there that exists, and it's probably a badass movie, and it might be being written right now. So,
yeah.
Michael Bay's on it.
There you go.
A lot of explosions and lens flares.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
There you go.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Cannons.
Yeah, you got to.
Why not? Why not?
Squid face dudes. You got to do it.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So, favorite character. We forgot to do it last week, but I figured last week it was just.
We got it in like right at the last second.
Okay, that's right. Okay,
and I still stand by my same dude. I'm not deviating.
Go with clubs.
Yeah,
he wasn't in these chapters though.
He was very briefly.
Mentioned.
He was very briefly mentioned.
Yeah, he was mentioned.
Yeah, but I still stand with him. And by the way, has a limp. And even though he was checking in on Camon, he was like, he still made sure that he was like surreptitious about his situation. I was like, this guy, you just, I like it. I feel like he's just a lot more to this guy. He's like behind the scenes. I love behind the scenes and powerful.
Yeah.
And I feel like Clubs is behind the scenes and powerful. So I'm gonna stick with him.
Okay.
I'm going with Sazed. We're shifting.
Oh, that's a good call. That's a good call. I should have chose Sazed.
Yeah. No, well, I think
no, I can't.
We can share.
No. I'm sticking with Clubs. You stick with Sazed because I mean Sazed. Again,
well,
there's a book, The Rise of Sazed. It's happening. It's happening somewhere.
He's got something going on for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say, but that guy's got something going on.
Yeah.
But we do need a T-shirt that said Clubs.
Hey,
got more T-shirt racks.
There you go.
please.
He's a smoker too, so you can do something with that, like smoking there.
Oh yeah, he needs his own branded cigar.
Yeah.
Thinking of like a playing card, like a the club
with the club,
with like somebody smoking.
Something like that. Yeah.
I should have gone into graphic designer marketing.
I know. I was gonna say if we had a graphic designer right now, just please anybody put it together.
Roy Duncan.
Yeah, we do have a friend that said he would just. I don't know.
He claims he can.
He claims he can.
Oh, well, task him. Him. Come on.
We should.
We should.
Yeah.
Go, Roy. But yeah, so if Roy here listen to this is your shout out. But yeah, so that's I guess I'd say my favorite character. I really liked Ellen in this chapter, at least in this one. I mean, he was in the first chapter, but just Ellen's my dude. He has a book in his pocket all the time. And he's not Breeze by any means, but Breeze wasn't here for these chapters, so I can't talk about Breeze. But
you can stick with Breeze. I'm fine with that.
He's not in the chapter though. So.
He's kind of alluded to by the fact that Vin is like using like her Allomancy powers, like 100%. In the style of Breeze. I mean, Breeze taught her basically how to use her powers like that. So
yeah,
Breeze has that like he's like, you have a certain aspect of Allomancy naturally. You don't have to burn metal for it. You can be persuasive. You can use it. Like as humans, we're manipulative. I really like that about Breeze because, like, as a human being, like as a reader, you can actually relate to that because it's like, I mean, you're born into the world, you manipulate your parents to give you fucking food, by crying.
Yeah, when a guy talks to a girl,
right?
You're trying to like persuade her to like want to like holla at you, blah blah blah. So
let's not forget about Breeze, Alan.
We don't forget about Breeze. Well, next week we'll be back on the 3 train. We're gonna do 3 chapters. Okay. And I know these were kind of bridge chapters, and there was still a lot of good information, a lot of more of the politicking and the balls and things like that, and a lot more informational chapters. All I gotta say for the next chapters, hold on, guys. This is back to some action.
Okay.
So that's all I'm gonna tell you. That's all I'm gonna tell you because you can read them now. But yeah, so do 3 chapters next week. So we'll do 13, 14, 15.
Cool.
Perfect.
And so anything else that we have before we finish the episode? Anything else you guys had to add or anything we missed?
No, I mean, thanks to all the people, listening.
Yeah.
Appreciate everybody.
Everyone.
Every time, all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good to be back. Sorry I missed last week.
It's good to have you back.
Good to have you back.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. It's good to be back.
Yeah.
Life is a complicated mess of interactions and crying for life, I suppose. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there you go.
That checks out.
Love it. Yeah. So so how you get found is the Cosmere Reads. Twitter is our handle right now, so go check that out. The Cosmere Reads at gmail.com is our email address. You can email us or me, and if it's to one of these guys, I'll forward it to them. So you can still do that.
Please do.
Yeah, please do. Feel free to write reviews. I know our numbers have been ticking up on all the podcast platforms. Like and subscribe if it's a podcast platform that lets you do that, or if you're watching us on YouTube, of course. We always like subscribers, and those algorithm gods are always hungry and likes all the interactions, whether they're likes, subscriptions, or comments. So do all those things because it helps. And we'll be back next Sunday with some more Mistborn.
Hey.
Cosmere, but yeah, Mistborn. So
yeah.
So that's it. That's all we got for the night. So see you guys later.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you.
Bye.
Bye.